This is us three. Could you please introduce yourselves?
What's up? My name is Horace, coming straight from Brooklyn.
I'm Geoff Wilkinson, co-producer of Us Three.
I'm Mel Simpson, and I'm the other co-producer of Us Three, and this here is...
My son, straight from Crooklyn.
Us Three is myself and Mel, and the third member of Us Three is kind of a constantly changing member, if you like. You know, we wanted to record in the spirit of a jazz album where you have a leader and sidemen. So the third member of Us Three is effectively the sidemen.
I play keyboards and generally work a lot of equipment. Geoff helps with the equipment and also provides all the inspirations for the jazz, because he's a great jazz collector and comes along with handfuls of jazz records, and we work on lots of sounds from the Blue Note catalogue and hook them up together, put some of our own music, some other people's music on it, and produce what we produce for Us Three.
The record sounds very American, very US, and I think that's because of the rappers that you use.
Right.
How did you come to join the band?
I think Rasan would tell you.
Rasan will tell you the whole story.
We hooked up with him.
Well, what happened was I met my manager in Brooklyn, New York, actually. She came down to where I work, Spike Lee's joint, and we was hanging out and stuff. She came down to the to one of my performances and stuff, and she liked the way I was rapping and stuff. So when she went back over to London, she got in contact with Geoff, and Geoff had told her about, you know, me over in the States, and I sent over a demo of some music that I had done, and they liked what they heard. So here I am right now.
Bad gun slinger, better yet a one mistaker. See the ills for life, for what they are. Then feel yourself is back from the world real far. Cause life is grimmer than it ever was. Feel your blood simmer as your brain buzz. Check it.
Well, we've actually been partners for close to 12 years, you know what I'm saying? Grew up, went to school together and all of that, so when we started rapping and all... See, Rasan's been rapping for many, many years, and I just started like a few years ago, but once we started collaborating on stuff, you know, things came together, then we got hooked up with these guys, and here we are, you know.
We came up to the studio and I heard some of the stuff what Mel and Geoff were producing, and I liked it. And then, you know, I asked to hear some of their stuff, and I done some freestyle on it, and they liked what they heard.
I live in a hellhole, I want to get out, but the only thing I'm seeing is doubt. That's on the dark side. On the dark side.
It's a strange combination, actually. Rap that comes from the street, it's a street thing, and jazz that happens actually
Well, jazz comes from the street as
in
well.
the middle class intellectual.
But that's the
because it's
problem. That's
adopted
the
by
problem.
middle
Yeah.
class
It's been
intellectuals.
intellectualized.
It's
It's been
become
taken
jazz.
away from the street.
It's your best
We want to put
belief,
it back
jazz comes from the
on
street, just like
You see,
rap.
jazz originally was just the straightforward dance music of the people, where people just went out and danced to jazz in dance halls. And then at some point, gradually, people narrowed it down and kept it to themselves. And the elite and the purists held it to themselves. And they were glad that it was difficult to find jazz. They were glad you had to go to some dingy club somewhere. They almost made it difficult to enjoy jazz, like they wanted to keep it private, you know?
One of the aspects of what we're doing is trying to open up jazz to a younger audience as well, because it's very hard for young people to get into jazz, you know. It's kind of a question of access, that young people don't have access to jazz, really.
How do you deal with copyrights and mastering rights that are involved in using these samples?
Well, one of the great part of our deal, really, because we're signed to Blue Note, is that we can use anything from the Blue Note back catalogue to sample. So, you know, there's like 54 years of jazz there that we can use.
A lot of people sample and get away with it and hide their samples in tracks, but we're very upfront because that's our deal. So everyone we use actually gets paid. All the original people, the original artists get paid, or their widows, if the people are dead, they all get paid. So everything is upfront, and in a way we're kind of putting that back, you know, as much as we can. We're kind of paying for what we do, and I think that's you know, for us that's a really honest way to work.